Hello, I'm Sheriff Rambosk, and I want to welcome you to On Scene.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Chief Hunter, Chief Weschler, and I would like to welcome you on this National Law Enforcement Memorial Week to remember those fallen heroes who support our country and our county. I'd like to introduce a few people that are here with us today. I'd like to thank Judge Foster. He's here with us. Representatives from FDLE, EMS, our armed services, fire chiefs, and FHP. Thank you for being with us today. And I don't want to fail to mention our former members that are with us as well. I'd like to thank the Community Engagement Department for assisting in preparing tonight and helping us to fulfill this important evening.
Join me as we pledge allegiance to our great nation. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You know, in 2012, there were 127 law enforcement officers that lost their lives. Unfortunately, so far this year, there are 41. So those 127 officers will have their names added to the National Memorial this year in Washington, D.C. And 5 of those will have come from the state of Florida. This year, there was an additional recognition. The Bureau of International Narcotics, part of the State Department, is honoring civilian and law enforcement advisors and members of their organization, one of whom came from the Collier County Sheriff's Office, and that was Henry Dahl. And he was recognized on Monday. Unfortunately, firearms still play the largest role in the deaths of law enforcement officers, followed by traffic fatalities. A total of 49 officers were fatally shot in 2012, as compared to 72 in 2011. And while that certainly saved lives, it continues to be a demanding and a dangerous job. Therefore, on this day, it is our honor and our privilege to remind ourselves and our community of our fallen heroes. One of the ways in which we do that is to look at leaders in our community and ask them to provide us with some words on this solemn day. Today I have the privilege of introducing to you a former U.S. Marine with 26 years of investigative and managerial background, a top secret clearance, proven areas of expertise in management and leadership, extensive government, law enforcement, and leadership, Bachelor of Arts degree from California State University, a master's degree from Hodges University, and he is currently working on a PhD from Walden University. In addition to serving in the Marine Corps, he was with the United States Treasury Department as a special agent. He was a supervisor, a manager, an analyst, an assistant to the Secretary for Enforcement Operations. He's also got a strong background in banking and finance and has been an investigator with the state of Florida. It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you tonight Manny Gonzalez.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, and members of the law enforcement community, a good evening to you and a warm welcome. Today, as the sheriff has mentioned, is National Peace Officer Memorial Day, a day set aside by Congress in which the American public can honor fallen officers who have served in all agencies throughout the country and from 1791 to the present. 1791 is the first year they started recording these types of fatalities. As we gather here today, communities are holding similar vigils throughout the country in honor of their fallen officers. In Washington, D.C., at the National Memorial, in about 45 minutes they will be holding a vigil where thousands will gather to honor these fallen officers, not only those who have been lost to us here, but throughout the country. And some people say who have given their lives in protection or what you would call service of their communities. I'd rather say that they lost their lives in the service of their communities. It is said that when a law enforcement officer is lost to us, the family justly grieves. However, the entire nation mourns, because when that happens, the line between good and bad gets thinner. What these officers did leave their families and friends and fellow workers is their undying memories of selflessness. To the rest of us, we lost their service, their valor, and their compassion. Those are things that can't be replaced by those particular people. Hopefully, we can encourage others to fill that void. I think we need to acknowledge that service. So I'm asking you, look around. Thank the officer nearest you for his service. I guarantee that your gesture will generate a good feeling that'll stay with you long after you leave here. In closing, I want to share with you the knowledge that the names of these honored officers are forever enshrined in the blue-gray Marble Memorial in Washington, D.C., along with those of 19,981 others who have fallen in the line of duty since 1791. I want to thank you for your attendance this evening to honor these officers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Kevin Rambosk. Hurricane season begins June 1st and ends November 30th. We want everyone in our community to think ahead and be prepared before a storm arrives. Check your emergency food supplies and restock them if needed. Inspect your home and make sure you have the proper equipment to secure it. Make sure your emergency equipment such as flashlights, radios, and other devices are operational and have fresh batteries. Stay tuned to your local news and weather for updates and important instructions before, during, and after the storm. For more information about hurricane preparedness, please visit the Collier County Emergency Management website at www.collierem.org. We hope you've enjoyed our program, and we look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you for being our partner for a safe community.